everybody. Hello, Buzzy Pug. Hello, Nana Laura. Hello, Jerry Matthew Boyd. Good evening, Wire Mother. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Ava has arrived for her treats. Hello, C-Rex. Hello, Manny. I completely understand. I have a pot of coffee brewing. I got it ready at the very last second. I hate this. I put a new cord on my camera to try to fix the issues. And now I have a glare of light, a beam right here. And it's driving me nuts. It's driving me absolutely batty. And I've tried everything to get rid of it. Oh, maybe that works. Mind blown. Wiping it off. I tried wiping it off. I used my shirt, though. Hello, Lisapanet. Hello, Joey Big Donuts. Hello, Michelle Moreland, my sweet. Hello, Mortimer Duke. I'm going to give you guys all a fair warning, okay? So, yes, this is a Perez Beal hearing. The reason I call it the unseen hearing, and, can I guarantee no other channels run it? No. But, it's a context hearing. So, it's not one where Mr. Beal goes off on his South City adjacent rants. It's one where you get to hear exactly why they're in court, what's going on, why these charges are against him. So, and he does have Mr. McClendon for representation appointed by Judge Webster at the last hearing. And by the way, thank you to Squishy for giving this to us. Unfortunately, all of the cases in this time frame of Mr. Beal was on the drive that got AVA'd. So I don't have the next hearing or the one after that. But what I do have is a dear, very old, grumpy, curmudgeon, but lovely friend. And he has a drive that did not get AVA'd. So he has followed this gem of a human extensively. I am going to put together an FTC playlist that includes the cases that I've run as well as the ones that Squishy has run. Because honestly, if we devoted the channel for it would take like a week solid of running Perez Beal cases. And why reinvent the wheel? I'll show you this because Squishy didn't do this one because it was so long. but it provides so much context. And I might run one or two more of Mr. Beal, but I'd like to give a variety to you guys still. So I'll put together a playlist with the hearings that I've done, the hearings that Squishy's done, and you guys can follow along with a big old bucket of popcorn. Hello, Eileen and Carlin. Hello, Linda Applegate, sweetheart. I do in a way. The Dayquil helped take the tightness out of my chest and throat area. Still not 100%, but when am I? Yeah, you just wait till I get Jerry's 90s out of the wash. Yes, I said it. If it's Jerry's treats and Jerry's coffee, well, by golly, those are Jerry's 90s. One more, and that is it. And I know the reason I'm giving you one more is because if I don't, the chat's going to tell me to anyways. And I can't argue with them. They win. Hello, Metal Rules. He is such a great friend. I am so grateful to have him and all of you guys in my life. He gave me full permission to play the cases. So, but again, I don't want to devote the whole channel to Mr. Beal. I mean, to be honest, he doesn't deserve that much of our time. I mean, the guy's a jerkhole. There he is. Hello, Squishy. Yes, yes. And the officer checked his pockets and he had the match on him. Yeah, we are all so grateful. Hello, Otto. I know. Well, I mean, he's a nut job, and they, well, as entertaining as they are, take up so much time and resources from the court system. A jerk hole and a whole jerk, yeah. Like when we're watching body cams and the women are like, I'm a whole girl. You got your hands on me. I'm a whole girl. Or you're a whole man and you touching me. Yeah. This guy's just a whole jerk. Hello, Spider-Man. You are goofy and I love you. Did I get everybody? I did. All right. No, what? I let you out. And I gave you treats. I gave you extra. Whatever could you want now? That face. That face. I love that face. Oh man. Oh man, that heartburn that I had yesterday. I didn't touch any more of the chips. I left them alone. I didn't eat any more. And I still have heartburn. Oh no. I know what you mean there. Owie. Owie. Yeah, I got it. It doesn't make for great watching, but if anybody really, really, really wants to see it, I suppose I could do a Discord hearing on it or something. But I do have it. And it's not often you see people get along, but it should. It should happen more often. Even if you determine that you're no longer right for each other as a couple, doesn't always make either one of you the bad guy, right? Oh, how did I miss you? Hello, Charlie, my brother. I am so sorry. Will you ever forgive me? I put a couple sets on the wish list today. Oh wow, Jerry, you are a character. I chose some satin ones, which are surprisingly really cheap. They're like $33 for a whole set. The only problem is I don't use king pillows, so I might have to piecemeal my set when I do get it. But my bed's getting delivered on March 3rd. So I've got less than a month to get my daughter's desk out of here and get a set of sheets. I've always used jersey sheets. Oh my gosh, I love them. But it turns out like all this frizz in my hair that I got going on, that by the way, when I was at the hair salon getting my hair cut, they recommended this product called Olaplex. It's gorgeous. It's just the most beautiful golden color. And they say it works really well on dry hands too, but you just, it's one drop. Like you shake it one time, one drop falls out of the bottle, and that is all you use. And you rub it into your hands completely, and then you just go like that a few times, and that is it. Oh, and I'm supposed to, because my hair is face framed, I got to do that once. And then I wash my hands before I touch my clothing because I don't want to get like, oil stains on my clothes. I don't know if it would. I don't want to risk it. But that's what's taking this frizz down, and I love it. But my daughter, she swears that satin sheets soften your hair and your skin. And that's one thing that she messaged me the other day, and she was like, I think the thing that I miss the most about having my own place is my satin sheets, because my hair is tangled and knotty, and it never was with my sheets. So that's why I'm switching it up from jersey to satin. And I'm going with this absolutely gorgeous blue and gold or teal and gold. I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking blue and gold, but it looks like a geode. It's so gorgeous. Yeah. apparently once she had switched to satin, which she did while she was living here, her hair quality improved dramatically. And I don't notice those things. People are what they are. I don't look at their hair or judge them like that. Well, unless they're defendants on my docket, then I'm judging hard. I think that's what they are. It's a blend, I think. I don't know. I'll send it to you. You can judge me. Hello, she's a maker. That's not a bad idea. Just don't wear it out in public. Don't wear it in court. Hello, Farkin to Stitch. Hello, Salty Buddha. So glad you guys are here. We're going to have fun tonight. Donald Westerdale. I have all of my favorite people in the whole wide world here with me tonight. All right, let's go. Because this is like, okay, it started as like 2 hours and 53 minutes and some change. And after my glorious editing skills, it's down to 2 hours and 12 minutes. Without losing any context. I did not cut any of the case out, just cutting out all the breaks and a lot of the paper shuffles. But I did a very quick version of editing. So I apologize now if I missed any addresses or Jill's 50,000 ums. You can file a complaint with the appropriate department. Sticky. Oh, don't worry about it, Jerry. I've picked out a set that I really, really like and colors that I really, really like. So as much as I appreciate that, don't do that. Save your money for the treats for the pets. I'll be good. I'll be good. I'd rather the pets be spoiled. You know me. What did I call this dude? Let's see. I titled this one. Oh, that's what I did.
Is the defendant and counsel ready to join us?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, could I have counsel and defendant join us at the table? Does that work for you, Mr.
Are we
McClendon?
good here? Are we good here, Judge?
If you're good there, that's fine. If that gives you the space you need.
It's a little more comfortable back here.
All right, we are on the record in 4 cases. Case number 23 CR 157. State of Kansas versus Antonio Manuel Perez Beal. Case number 2024 CR 57. State of Kansas versus Antonio Manuel Perez Beal. Case number 2496. State of Kansas versus Perez Beal. All 3 of which involve felonies and are set for evidentiary preliminary hearing today. Case number 24 CR 56, State of Kansas versus Antonio Manuel Perez Beal. is a misdemeanor domestic violence case that is set today for a status conference. Please announce appearances.
May it please the court, the state appears by Jill Gillette, County Attorney.
William McClendon for the defendant who appears via Zoom from the Greenwood County Courthouse.
At this time, I noticed that some of the names are not correct. I'd ask Missy, my assistant, to help with iPad 2. If you would unmute and tell me who your names are. And Missy, if you could put them on there correctly, or at least one of them. You need to unmute. That means to push that little red button that looks like a microphone with a line through it.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you well. What is your name?
Joseph Simon.
Joseph Simon. Missy, if we could put that on there. And then who is with you, sir?
Kimberly Simon, my wife.
Kimberly Simon. I don't know if you could put J and K Simon or whatever fits on there, Missy.
Is it Simon?
Yes.
Okay.
Very good. And the next to you is that Casey Graham Shearer. Is that your name? Click the little red button that looks like a microphone with the line through it. The Simons
that's right.
I'm sorry?
That's correct.
All right. The Simons and Graham Shearer can mute, that is, click on that button again. Now, there is someone down there, Chicken Noodle. What is your real name?
Amy Vickery.
All right. And are you a witness today in one of these cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Missy, if you could put Amy Vickery on her screen. Thank you. Jared, what is your full name?
Jared Wine Everly.
Okay. Missy, if you could put Jared Everly on there. I think the rest of you are properly identified. I don't know if there are any other suggestions on how to handle these, but I would suggest we just start in chronological order and handle them one at a time as we go through them until we finish them today. Is that acceptable to both parties? Ms. Gillette?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Clinton?
No, Judge. Your Honor.
All right. We will start then with case number 23 CR 157. So again, State of Kansas versus Antonio Manuel Perez Bill. Ms. Gillette, do you want to call your first witness? And let's make sure we're all on the same page here. This is a preliminary hearing because in this case, the defendant is charged with a felony of aggravated assault.
Hey guys, I'm going to be a minute. When I went off camera, it was because I heard a very, very loud crash in the kitchen. Earl was standing there with the most I'm guilty look I've ever seen on a cat. And the cat food, the glass cat food plate that they get their wet food in was on the floor, shattered in a million pieces. So, I need to go clean up glass before they get it in their paws. I love you guys. Enjoy the case, and I will be back ASAP.
A level 7 person felony in which he's accused of unlawfully knowingly placing another person, to wit Joseph Simon, in reasonable apprehension of immediate bodily harm with a deadly weapon, to wit a hammer. There is also a misdemeanor, but as a council knows, we're only here on the felonies that entitle a defendant to preliminary hearing. So Ms. Gillette, you'd like to call your first witness?
We would call Deputy Blake Fisher, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand, Deputy Fisher. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please proceed, Ms. Gillette.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Deputy Blake D. Fisher
How are you employed?
by the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office
How long have you been so employed?
since December of 2019.
And were you on duty on July 8th, 2023?
I was.
And did you receive a dispatch to go somewhere that day?
I did. I was dispatched to take a phone call from Joseph Simon. Mr. Simon asked if I could be in the area of Fall River. He stated he'd been having problems with Antonio Beal.
Okay. Do you recognize Mr. Beal with us today?
I do. He's sitting in the courthouse next to his attorney.
Next to the whom?
His attorney.
Oh, okay.
And so were you in the area of Fall River, Greenwood County, Kansas?
I was.
And did you then receive another phone call regarding the defendant?
I did. I was dispatched to take another phone call from Joseph. He said that he wanted me to come over to the residence because Antonio was starting to cause problems.
Okay. And did you then go to the residence?
I did.
Where is the residence located?
Can I look at my report to refresh my memory? I don't know the exact address.
Go ahead.
It's 515 Laurel Street in Fall River.
Okay. Now, is Fall River partially in Elk County and partially in Greenwood County?
It is.
Is this the portion that is in Greenwood County?
Correct.
Now, when you arrived, what was going on?
Joseph and Mr. Bill were standing by Mr. Bill's truck, and I could see that a verbal argument was taking place. As Mr. Bill saw my patrol car, turn around the corner, he had thrown himself to the ground dramatically.
Okay. And did anyone touch him when he did that?
I did not see any physical altercation take place.
And after you saw him on the ground, what was the next thing that happened?
I got out of my patrol vehicle, and Sydney had approached me, telling me that Anthony was causing problems. Anthony and Joseph were still arguing back and forth. I had told them multiple times that they needed to stop. Joseph started walking towards his property. He, I believe, yelled some profanities towards Anthony, and Anthony started to approach Joseph again. At that point, I pulled my duty issued taser, and instructed Anthony to get back to his vehicle before a physical altercation took place.
We identify Sydney for the record.
Sydney, she's on the screen that says Sydney Simon.
But as far as how she fit in that day,
she is Antonio's, I don't know if it was the wife at the time or just the baby mama, but she was in an intimate relationship with Antonio, to my knowledge.
and how, if at all, is she related to Mr. Simon?
She is his daughter.
Thank you.
Now,
See,
was there a custody thing taking place that day?
Yeah, Antonio was supposed to be picking up the children from Joseph's house where Sydney was. That's what Joseph had told me. Anthony had later told me that he was dropping off a trailer or a boat or something.
Now, were there any allegations that had happened earlier?
Apparently there's something in the past that Anthony knew about Joseph. Um, and he said he was going to call the cops and Joseph was going to go to jail. I don't know what all that was about, but that's what really started it.
Now, was there an issue regarding any kind of weapon that day?
Correct. Anthony, after the altercation, physical or verbal altercation had started, Anthony had pulled a hammer and approached Joseph with the hammer.
And did he eventually drop the hammer?
I was told by Sydney that when Anthony saw my patrol vehicle turn the corner prior to arriving at the residence, he put the hammer back in the vehicle.
But that he had that out. Did he threaten anyone with the hammer?
Joseph.
And had he made any movements while he had the hammer?
I was told that he approached Joseph and acted like he was going to swing the hammer towards Joseph about 4 times.
And then did after you were present, was there any more communications or issues with Mr. Beal?
He was just loud and obnoxious and trying to be in the middle of me talking to the witnesses on scene.
And now was there any other witnesses besides Sydney and Mr. Simon Joseph that had seen Antonio, Mr. Beal with the hammer?
Yes, it was Joseph's wife, Kimberly Simon. I asked her what had happened, and she said that Antonio did approach Joseph with the hammer.
Okay. And did Sydney communicate there had been prior physical threats made towards her father?
Yes, she said that Antonio has threatened to slit Joseph's throat in the past and has threatened to start an electrical fire.
And was he trying to get her to go back to his residence?
I don't recall if he was or wasn't.
I will, did you then end up taking Antonio into custody?
I did.
And I will pass this witness. Oh, did you ever locate the hammer?
I believe we looked in the vehicle. I don't recall if I located the exact hammer, but there was a lot of tools in the vehicle.
Okay. And were there hammers in his vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. I will pass this witness to the defense.
All right, Mr. McClendon, I may need you to come up where the microphone picks you up. We will have a court reporter. I don't know if you'll project from where you were or not, but if you'll proceed, you're welcome to have cross-examination of the witness.
Just tell me. Sorry, I don't know which screen to look at, Your Honor. Mr. Fisher, did you ever physically see Anthony Beal with a hammer in his hand?
I did not.
Do you have any screenshots or text messages stating that Mr. Beal wanted to, any kind of record stating that Mr. Beal wanted to start electrical fire?
I do not. That was just what I was told by Sydney.
I have no further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Very well. Redirect, Ms. Gillette, based on that question?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Then this witness is excused if no one intends to maybe recall him later, but she's welcome to stay as well. Next witness, Ms. Gillette.
Your Honor, we'll call Joseph Simon.
Mr. Simon, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Gillette, please proceed.
Can you please state your name for the record?
Joseph Simon.
And Mr. Simon, how do you know Mr. Perezville?
Through my daughter, Sydney Simon.
Do they have children together?
Yes. 3.
And were they doing an exchange of the children that day?
I believe so.
Was Mr. Beal supposed to be returning any property to your location?
Yes, I had a flat bottom boat at his house and he'd bring it over.
Now, did a verbal fight start between the two of you?
I think that Anthony was already angry and aggressive before he even showed up.
I agree. He has that angry and aggressive vibe to him. My cats are going to drive me nuts tonight. I received my toilet seat. I got the box with the sticker out. I'm going to put the sticker on the toilet seat that Joey Bag of Donuts got me. And Tiny Kitten did a flying leap off the desk onto the box that has the sticker in it. Scared the heck out of me.
So I don't know how that was going on because I hadn't talked to him any time before that.
Okay, so when he showed up, what was his mannerisms? What was he doing physically?
Angry, pissed off, and just talking all kinds of trash. He just to himself, Sydney, me, Kim.
Okay.
There was a lot of words he was saying, but I don't remember a lot of it as far as that.
All right. And while he was yelling, was he making any threats to you or Sydney or your wife?
I'm sorry.
You broke up there, Ms. Gillette. Could you repeat your question?
Were there any threats being made towards you, Sydney, or your wife?
Not. I don't know. I don't think he was threatening me verbally. He was just talking trash. And I don't know if he was talking to Sydney. He may have been, and I was also on the phone with Fisher at the time. So
Okay.
I was trying to talk to him and listen to Anthony at the same time.
I'm sorry, who were you on the phone with?
Officer Fisher.
Okay.
Now, at some point, the hammer comes into play. Tell us what was being exchanged between you and Antonio when the hammer came into play.
Well, it started when I was on the phone with Officer Fisher, and I had him on my phone the whole time when Anthony pulled up.
When the officer said baby mama, it was in reference to a quote. And you'll hear the quote later.
And he just told me that he would come over if something was going to happen. And, I was just starting to boil at that point because Anthony wouldn't shut his mouth. And I told Fisher, I said, well, you probably better come over. And I set my phone on my fence by my front gate and went out there and got in his face. And at the time, he'd already had the hammer in his hand. And I told him to drop the hammer and fight like a man. It was on my property, and I'm defending my property. And
So
he swung
did
at me 3 times, 4 times with that hammer.
okay. Did
And
he
then
come? Did he come towards you?
yes,
Okay.
he come at me and was swinging at me, but I was, of course, I was backing up because I didn't want to get hit. So
And where was your wife when this was going on?
she was kind of walking back and forth in the yard inside the fence, and I think she was trying to get the kids in the house because they were outside too.
Okay. And where was Sydney when this stuff was happening?
I believe she was over in the driveway with a couple of the kids, just
Now,
listening to him.
all right. Now, after he swung at you, what was the next thing that happened with Antonio?
Well, he finally, I told him to drop the hammer and fight like a man. And he finally put it down, and it was because Fisher was coming down the road. And I thought Fisher got all this on his dash cam, but maybe not.
Okay. And then, what happened next when Fisher started coming down the road?
Well, Anthony finally dropped the hammer, and then I walked up to him and I said, "Let's go." And he wouldn't fight me. I never swung at him. And then when he noticed Fisher's car coming down the road, he threw himself on the ground to try to act like I hit him and knocked him down because he was yelling help and help. And so Fisher would see that. And it was all just a ploy.
Now, did you end up, after he threw himself on the ground, did he get himself back up, or what happened after that?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Then did Deputy Fisher interview everyone?
Yep. At that point, I walked away from him, and he was still talking trash to me. And then I ended up going out to Fisher's car and talking to him.
Did you see Deputy Fisher have to pull his taser towards Antonio?
I saw him pull it out, but I never saw him use it.
And were there issues with him wanting Sydney to go home to his house?
I can't really say because I was frustrated and, worried about what was going to happen between me and him. And I really didn't know what Sydney was saying or what he was coming over to. They were exchanging the kids basically. And then my attention went straight to him.
Okay. Now, had Sydney moved out and moved in with you several days before this incident?
Was she staying here then? Yes. Yes, she was staying here.
Okay. And
Mr. McClendon, I'm going to have your client move forward. I can't really see him. If you could have him come forward. If there's room there. I was going to try to let him sit back there, but I really can't see him. All right, go ahead, please.
now, when he had picked up the hammer and all of this had happened, were you in fear that he was going to hit you with it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was going to dodge it anyway, but at some point he may have hit me.
And were you afraid for anyone else besides yourself?
Well, pretty much everybody really, because he was on a rampage, it seemed like. So I was there to protect everybody really.
What was his physical, can you describe for us his physical mannerisms, like how he was behaving physically?
Like severely angry, and I'm not sure, but he may have been on drugs.
Did he gesture with his hands? Was he pacing? Can you describe for us what his actual mannerisms were?
Yeah, pacing by his truck and just turning around, just saying smart ass remarks to me and Kim. I don't know about Sydney, because we were basically trying to get the kids in the house too, and we finally got them in here to get them out of that situation.
Right. I will pass this witness to the defense.
Cross-examination, Mr. McClendon?
Your Honor, may I have a quick moment sidebar with my client?
Sure.
Ready to continue at your convenience, Your Honor.
I'm sorry,
I'm ready to continue at your convenience, Your Honor.
please continue.
Mr. Simon, you said when Mr. Beal showed up that he was saying a bunch of stuff, but you don't know what he said, right?
What do you mean? Like,
Oh, you said he was mumbling, but you didn't hear a word he said, right?
he was being belligerent?
Belligerent. Do you recall anything that he was saying at all?
I don't, it's been so long, I don't remember.
Was he trying to pick a fight with you?
Yeah.
How do you know if you don't remember?
Well, he came over here and dropped my boat off.
But that's a good gesture from a friend, isn't it?
What?
I mean, if I borrow your boat, you would like me to bring it back, wouldn't you?
The way you bring it back didn't make me happy, because he was driving down the road speeding and did a U-turn at the corner and dropped it in my yard.
But you also lent him your boat, knowing his behavior potentially, because this is not your first encounter with Mr. Beal, isn't it?
No.
So, hey, don't talk. So, and in all this, you don't recall any words that you saying and trying to pick a fight with you?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
Mr. Simon, what were you doing at the time that Mr. Beal showed up?
Well, I was on the phone with Officer Fisher.
But physically, what were you doing? What were you doing?
Walking back and forth from my house to my garage, talking to Fisher on the phone.
Is your garage inside a gate? Inside a fence?
Yes.
Is that fence gated?
Yes.
So where did you go when you approached Mr. Beal after he apparently was bad mouthing you?
Where did I go?
Yeah, where did you go? You have a house there. You could have gone inside. You have a garage, you just stated. You could have gone inside. That's fenced in. Where did you go after that?
What are you getting at?
Let me rephrase it. Did you approach Mr. Beal?
I went outside my gate and approached him when he grabbed a hammer to come at me with it.
So you came on to him after you left your gated yard, didn't you?
Yes, I was talking to Fisher and was telling him what was going on, and still had him on the phone when I walked out of my gate.
Right, but you left your gate to approach Mr. Beal, correct?
Yeah.
And Mr. Beal never made any kind of motions or trying to come up to your house at that time, had he?
Well, let me tell you something. He was in my yard, and
But
I'm protecting
was he in your gate? Was he in your gate?
No.
He was,
but I still have a yard outside my gate.
But he never approached inside your gate, correct?
Nope. No.
And you were the one that took the things to the side of the road, and you approached him at the side of the road, correct?
Yeah, I approached him in my yard because he parked in my grass. But before I walked up to him, he had already had the hammer in his hand.
Mr. Simon, Deputy Fisher said there were some possible allegations that were raised earlier, stating that he was going to call the cops on you and have you thrown in jail. Do you know what those were about?
No.
I'm gonna object to relevance, but they are threats that he was making, but I'm gonna object to relevance.
Well, they might have some relevance. I'll allow the question. But I think he's answered. He didn't know what they were, so.
Right. So I
Question.
can't. Hey, hold on.
Think hard. Think hard.
Mr. Simon, did you have anything to drink at the time?
I'd have had a couple beers, but I'm at home.
Do you know how you act when you're drinking? Do you get agitated easily when you're drinking?
Well, no, not really. Never really. I haven't had any trouble.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Can I redirect Ms. Gillette?
No, I don't believe so.
All right, you may call your next witness.
Oh, Your Honor, we're gonna call Ms. Kimberly Simon.
Ms. Simon, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you may have to speak up a little bit, make sure the recording is near you.
Just tell them what you know.
And could you please state your name for the record?
Kimberly Simon.
And how do you know Mr. Perez Beal?
Through my daughter.
Now, on this date, had Sydney been staying with you guys for a few days?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we will need you to say yes or no instead of that or because that way we
Yes.
hard for the court reporters.
Okay.
If they have to transcribe this. Now, where was your daughter and the grandchildren in relation to the street?
They were up towards the house.
And were they inside or outside the fence?
They outside the fence.
And do you remember any of the words Mr. Beal was using when he came to the house?
No, I don't.
Was he calling names or making threats? Can you tell us what the nature of the verbal words were?
I don't recall any other than for Fisher coming down the road.
Okay. Now, when did Anthony pick up the hammer?
It was on the yard, almost going out to the yard.
Okay. And did he make any threats or gestures towards your husband while he had the hammer in his hand?
It was so fast that I can't recall.
Okay. And were you preoccupied with the kids in Sydney?
Yes,
What were you trying to do during this time?
I was trying to get them out of the truck so they wouldn't get hurt.
All right. Were they in a different vehicle than Mr. Perez Beal's vehicle?
It was his truck, I believe,
Okay.
but he would, yeah.
Were you afraid for the kids to go with him in the state he arrived in?
Yes,
And did you feel the kids would be in danger?
yes, they could be.
All right. And were you going back and forth inside and outside the fence?
Yeah, because there was so much commotion and everybody, and I got the kids out of the truck and went into the house.
I would not have sent my children with someone wielding a hammer at my father. Are you kidding me? I'm absolutely blown away that the children are even present during this commotion. Good on her for taking them into the house. They never should have sought this to begin with.
Okay. And were the kids being brought back to you or being picked up from you?
I think they were coming back to us.
And with them coming back to you, were you trying to get them away from Mr. Perez Beal being angry?
Yes,
And did you see Antonio make himself fall down on the ground as Deputy Fisher was approaching?
yes, definitely.
Was he touched at all?
No, I didn't see anything.
Okay. And were you afraid for Sydney's safety with the way he showed the house?
Yes, him and the kids.
Right. Were you afraid for
Sure.
Joseph? Were you afraid for Joseph's safety?
Yeah, I was for his too, because he was throwing a hammer around.
So in order to get the children out of Antonio's truck, would you have had to leave the gate in the fence to get to the children?
I had him in my arms and went up to the house.
And did Joseph get in between where you and the children would have been in relation to Antonio?
No.
When he arrived, your husband described his arrival consistent with what you remember?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And did he unhook the boat from his truck or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay. And how would you describe his driving when he arrived at the house?
So who are we talking to again?
Antonio. How did
Okay.
Antonio arrive when he arrived?
Okay. He was throwing the boat around and everything and yelling. And
How could you hear him yelling? Were the windows down?
we were outside because all the commotion started.
Were you outside when he first arrived?
Yes.
Your Honor, if I may have a moment. I'm going to object to any further question with Mr. Simon being there. I can hear him talking in the background and the witness keeps looking over at him. She talks.
Right. That's a fair objection. Mr. Simon, you're not allowed to coach the witness. If that's what you're doing, you need to stop it. Don't say any more during her testimony, or I'll have to make you leave the room. Or she has to testify from her own recollection.
I am doing that.
All right, Mr. Simon,
I'm here.
any
I don't know
word?
about you, Your Honor, but I'm in a giant room with a loudspeaker right in front of my face. I can hear I can hear him whispering. And if you watch the box, there's talking in his lips are moving. So that's all I have to
Well,
say
Mr.
about that.
Simon, I'm probably going to just have to have you leave the room, just for everybody's sake.
Okay.
Order the witnesses sequestered, but I think that'll remedy that situation. Please proceed.
Now, were you able to get all the children back in the house into a safe location?
Yes.
And did Antonio unhook the truck, or did Mr. Simon unhook the truck after Antonio was taken into custody?
So, my husband did.
Okay. All right. I don't believe I have any more questions for her, Your Honor. I will pass this witness.
Cross-examination, counsel?
Yes, Simon, when did you become afraid for everybody's safety? Like at what moment?
When he was coming up with when he was coming up in the yard and towards the house.
Well, we already established you never came inside your fence.
Can you speak a little louder, closer to the microphone, counsel?
Sorry, Your Honor. We've already, your husband testified earlier that he never came inside your fence, didn't he? And that was your husband that left the yard, right?
Yes.
So Mr. Beal was again dropping off a boat and just parked on the side of the road, correct?
It's the way that he drove up there.
You became afraid of the way that somebody drives?
He was throwing it around and everything.
Miss Simon, how are the roads in Fall River? Are they all paved?
No.
They're gravel, aren't they?
Yes.
And some of them have potholes as well, don't they?
Yeah.
So he could have been driving, even though fast, he could have been driving to just avoid potholes.
Maybe. But it wasn't.
How do you know? Were you in the vehicle with him?
I was outside of the.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Very well. Anything further of this witness, Ms. Gillette?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Call your next witness.
Your Honor, we'll call Sydney Simon.
All right. Ms. Simon, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Please proceed.
Ms. Simon, could you please state your name for the record?
Sydney Simon.
And Sydney, at this time, were you getting your children back from Antonio Perez Beal?
Yes, he had Andy, the middle child, and I had the other two, and we were going to exchange.
Okay.
Just everything was kind of still new and fresh at this time, so we didn't have any custody or anything like that.
Okay. Now, when this was going on, did he also bring back your dad's boat at that time?
Yes, he did.
Okay. And did he come down the street at a high rate of speed?
He may have been driving fast, but I don't think he was like out of control or speeding. I don't really remember very well. I mean, he was driving fast, but I wouldn't say he was getting crazy or anything.
And didn't you confirm with the officer that Antonio had thrown himself to the ground and your dad hadn't touched him?
He dropped to the ground at one point, and I didn't see what happened before that. I don't believe anybody touched anyone, but.
And didn't you confirm for the officer he also had the hammer in his hand?
He did have a hammer in his hand, yes.
And didn't he walk towards your dad and towards the house with the hammer?
No, my dad actually walked out of the gate and walked towards Anthony, and then they were face to face, kind of just, going back and forth at each other. And to be honest with you, I don't remember at what point Anthony grabbed the hammer. I know he had it and then he put it back, but I couldn't tell you for sure at what point he grabbed it.
And were you aware that your dad was on the phone with the officer?
At that point, yes, because he was walking outside in the yard.
And were you aware that the officer could overhear Anthony screaming and yelling at your dad?
No.
And did you help your mom get all the children in the house?
Yes, she was a little flustered, kind of walking back and forth, and I was trying to have her help me, but she was also a little confused, and trying to stay by my dad. I was trying to get the kids in the house, and I was also going back and forth trying to get them to stop, the two of them, so because I didn't want a fight to break out. It was pretty chaotic.
Now, have you reconciled back with Mr. Perez-Beal?
Yes, we are trying to. Yes, we are trying to. I'd like to be able to get along and, everything. We have 3 kids together, so I don't really want to fight.
All right, I will pass this witness to the defense.
Counsel, cross-examination.
Miss Simon, do you know what Anthony does for work?
Yeah, he's a carpenter. He does a lot of plumbing and new construction, all kinds of. I think Fisher said that there was a lot of tools in the truck, and there was at the time. There were several tools.
So he has tools in his truck because of his job, correct?
Yes, always.
Has he ever kept tools in the cab of his truck?
Yes.
And you said you were going to exchange. You were going to exchange children, so he was going to get 2 children now, correct?
Yeah, that's just how it had worked out at that time. He just had our son, and so we were going to switch.
That's fine. So it's possible. You said you've seen him keep tools inside the truck, correct?
Yes, he usually has tools in the truck, in the bed of the truck, everywhere, to be honest with you.
So it's possible he picked up the hammer because he was clearing out a spot for the kids to sit, correct?
That's a good possibility.
And then when your father approached him and Mr. Beal felt threatened, that he didn't realize he had a hammer in his hand, correct?
I'm sorry, can you say that again? Anthony didn't realize he had a hammer in his hand?
Oh, he didn't realize he had a hammer in his hand when your father approached him, correct? It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Gillette, anything further of this witness?
No, not of this witness, Your Honor.
All right. Any further evidence, Ms. Gillette?
Yes, we'd like to recall Deputy Fisher.
Deputy Fisher, if you rejoin us, you are still under oath. Please proceed.
Deputy Fisher, did you have a dash cam at the time that this was going on?
I did.
And did you provide it to the state?
I did.
And was the copy you provided to the state a true and correct copy of your dash camera?
It was.
Were there any altercations, additions, or modifications made to it?
Not to my knowledge.
Here, I've admitted my laptop as a participant so that I can play the dash cam where we see Deputy Fisher. It's kind of starting to get dark out, so it'll be a little hard to make out, but we will move to admit State's Exhibit 1, the dash camera footage of Deputy Fisher.
Any objection?
Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
No objection.
All right, thank you. Please proceed.
Judge, I'm gonna try to adjust all of the sound on this so that we can have if there's any sound. So.
Okay, what just happened? Is there no sound, Ms. Gillette?
I think it's our dash and recording audio except for the audio that comes from inside the vehicle.
Well, she's going to replay it because what you're looking for, watch just to the side of the driver's side door that's open. And remember how they were talking about Mr. Beal threw himself onto the ground? That's what she's wanting everyone to see.
You're muted, Jill.
I just wanted to see the court to be able to see
One of your devices is canceling out the other.
I just wanted the court to be able to see him falling, get back up on his own over to the side.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Can you replay that?
I can. For the record, Judge, I was down close to the end of the video. This is approximately 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
So the video quits shortly after the officer arrives?
Right. You'll be able to see the father standing there and Mr. Perez-Beal throw himself down and get back up.
Right there. Right. Hold on.
So
I gotta use
so that I can play the data.
Is there no sound, Ms. Okay, what just happened? Is there no sound, Ms. Gillette?
I think it's our dash and recording audio except for the audio that comes from inside the vehicle. You're muted, Jill.
I just wanted to see the court to be able to see
One of your devices is canceling out the other.
I just wanted the court to be able to see him falling, get back up on his own over to the side.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Can you replay that?
I can. For the record, Judge, I was down close to the end of the video. This is approximately 2 minutes 30 seconds.
So the video quits shortly after the officer arrives.
Right. You'll be able to see the father standing there and Mr. Presby throw himself down and get back up. So.
And that's exhibit 1.
That's exhibit 1, Your Honor.
I just wanted you guys to be able to, I know the video's dark and the quality sucks, but I wanted you guys to have a thorough chance to see his little tantrum.
Now, Deputy Fisher, during the call and interaction with Joseph Simon, could you hear Mr. Bill screaming and yelling in the background?
I could.
And was Mr. Simon interacting with him at first?
With the initial phone call?
Yes.
No, he had called me and told me that I needed to get over there, and then he told me that he was going to go out and speak with Mr. Bill.
Okay. And was he on the phone with you when he was speaking with Mr. Beal?
Correct. I think he put me on the fence post, or put his phone on the fence post, and then the confrontation started.
Okay. And could you hear the yelling and screaming the entire time you were on the phone with Mr. Simon?
I could.
And could you hear Mr. Bill making threats and screaming and yelling before Mr. Simon went out there?
I couldn't make out exactly what was being said. All I could hear was yelling.
Okay. And did you then you testified earlier you saw Mr. Beal throwing himself on the ground?
Correct.
Okay. All right. I have no more questions now, Your Honor. The state will rest.
Mr. McClendon, did you have any questions of this witness?
Just a quick redirect, Your Honor, or cross. Mr. Fisher, did you ever at any time instruct Mr. Simon not to approach Mr. Beal?
Did I what? I'm sorry.
Did you instruct him not to approach Mr. Beal?
I had listed in my report that I had told them that they needed to stop. I don't
Right, but
recall exactly what I had said.
But you're on the phone with a client or with an individual, and he's saying he's going to go approach a dangerous situation, apparently, according to Mr. Simon, and you never told him don't approach him.
I don't recall if I did or if I didn't.
After Mr. Simon set down the phone, could you tell who was yelling?
Oh, yes, I could hear Anthony.
Could you hear Mr. Simon too?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, the state, I understand, rests at this time, Ms. Gillette.
We do, Your Honor.
And does the defense have any evidence?
Not this time, Your Honor.
All right. I do find the state of Kansas has met its burden of producing evidence to make it appear that a felony crime has been committed and to show probable cause that this defendant committed that crime of aggravated assault. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over for arraignment. Missy, when will that be?
Yes, Judge. This I'm gonna put all these cases together.
Well, if we need to, if we get to that point, but for now, this one will be
Judge Hart. September 19th at 9.
all right, Mr. Beal, I'm going to
Connor, if I may, I can't do that day. I
Oh,
have
that's
a
not a good day. Do we have anything else missing?
That's all they gave me.
All right, so Mr. McClendon, if you can get a hold of Judge Hart's office, maybe you and Miss Bill can pick, or Miss Gillette can pick a different date that'll work with your schedule. They usually just give Missy 1 or 2 dates and then suggest you contact them directly if they don't work. But what I'm going to order, Mr. Beal, Perez Beal, is that unless you hear otherwise, you are to appear before Judge Hart September 19th at 9 a.m. for arraignment. And I
September.
believe you'll do that by Zoom, Missy.
Yes, and it's September 13th.
September
Oh, no,
what?
I'm sorry. It is September 19th. You're right.
Okay, September 19th
Yeah.
at 9 a.m.
September.
All right, and that will conclude 23 CR 157. We will now move on to preliminary hearing in 24 CR 57, also captioned State of Kansas versus Antonio Manuel Perez Bill. Appearing for the state is Greenwood County Attorney Jill Gillette. The defendant appears in person and with his counsel, William McClendon. For purposes of preliminary hearing, is the state ready to call its first witness, Ms. Gillette?
We are, Your Honor.
And before you do so,
Your Honor, if
Yes,
I may. for the
Yes.
second, I have a quick 5-minute recess.
sure, go ahead. Mr. McClendon, are we ready to proceed?
Yes, we're good, Your Honor. Sorry about that.
No problem. We are ready to go back on the record. Ms. Gillette, are you ready?
I am, Your Honor.
Then we are back on the record in 24 CR 57. All parties as before. Jill Gillette for the state and Mr. Perez Beal in person with counsel, William McClendon. We are ready to proceed for preliminary hearing. In this case, the felony count in count 1 is aggravated assault alleging unlawfully and knowingly placing another person, to wit Jared Everly, in reasonable apprehension of immediately bodily harm with a deadly weapon, to wit a truck. The remaining count is a misdemeanor, and of course, it's not subject to preliminary hearing. Please call your first witness, Ms. Gillette.
Your Honor, we call the deputy in this matter, looking for her. I believe it was Deputy Alford. You see her? She was at the Greenwood County Courthouse. There she is.
All right, you're calling Deputy Alford first.
Yep.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear? Deputy Alford, do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Could you please state your whole name for the record?
Yvette Alford.
And how are you employed?
I'm employed for the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office.
And how long have you been slow employed?
I've been employed with the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office since August of 2021. I've also been certified as a law enforcement officer since December of 2022.
And are you one of our newest officers, Deputy?
Yes, I am.
All right. And were you dispatched to an incident regarding Antonio Perez Beal?
Yes, I was.
Where were you dispatched to?
I was dispatched up in Fall River.
And now Fall River's part in Elk County and part in Greenwood County. Was it on the Greenwood County side?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you recognize the defendant here with us today?
Yes, he's in the courthouse next to his lawyer.
And what day were you dispatched to the Fall River incident?
February 2nd.
And
Oh, I'm
were
sorry,
you-
February 1st. Apologize.
Okay, so February 1st. All right. And
Was that 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
when you were dispatched to the address in Fall River, what's that address? What's that address? What's there?
It's the local grocery store. I think it's called Fall River Market. I don't know, the name changes a lot.
Okay. Now, who did you meet with at the grocery store?
I met with Jared Everly and his girlfriend, Casey Graham.
Now, when you met with them, what was the incident about with Mr. Beal?
And it was a assault. When I met with Everly, he had disclosed to me that while he was traveling northbound on Merchants, Beal was traveling southbound, swerved into his truck, striking his mirror, and then continued southbound without stopping.
Now, when this occurred, would they have been on the Greenwood County side of Merchant Street?
Yes.
And was there anything that had to do with the mirror that would have shown that it was hit on this date?
There was a white scuff.
Okay. And did the scuff match the paint on Mr. Beal's vehicle?
Yes.
And did he know why Mr. Beal would be upset with him?
I had asked him why there was such animosity between the two. And Everly had stated that Beal was upset because he was friends with an Austin Heb, who had apparently slept with his words baby mama.
Okay. And but Mr. Everly hadn't done anything or known Sydney. Is that right?
Not to my knowledge.
And had they had a similar run-in before at a different occasion?
He had disclosed to me that during a Christmas party earlier in December, Beal had attempted to run him over while he was on a four-wheeler.
And was there any witnesses to him swerving at and hitting Mr. Everly's vehicle?
Yes, Miss Graham.
Right. Was she in the same vehicle or a different vehicle?
She was in her own personal vehicle.
And had she seen this incident happen?
Yes.
And did she relate to you how the incident happened?
She did.
And were there any statements that were given to you that came from Mr. Bill?
I'm sorry, what?
Were there any statements that were made to her about the situation?
Yes. She had told me that she had called Bill after the incident had occurred, and he told her, you didn't see shit. Tell that
Alfred, I'm sorry, you're cutting in and out.
so he can call me himself, and then ended the call.
Miss Alfred, I'm afraid you're going to have to say that again. We couldn't. You were cutting in and out for your whole.
That's fine. Graham had called him to tell him that she had seen the event happen, and he had stated to her, you didn't see shit, and you can tell that pussy he can call me himself next time, and then hung up
Are you here in town? Or are you somewhere else? I don't know where she's at.
And our reception's not doing very well.
Her reception's not very good. Okay.
Deputy Alfred, are you in Eureka?
Yes, I am.
Do you want her to try to come to the courthouse, Miss Gillette? Of course.
I was just going to try to have her move to a different location.
Okay. Why don't you do that? Just move to a different location. I normally say no driving, but I will let you do that.
There's just sticky spots around.
I see.
The Flint Hills are beautiful, but they have terrible cell service. Seems to be worse the last few days. Ever since the storm.
I'd say more than the last few days, but I always have problems.
All right. Is that any better?
Yes, much
Okay.
better. Okay.
Please proceed.
All right. Now, Deputy, was there,
I think she was telling us about the phone call from Miss Graham to the defendant.
yes. Could you repeat for us what the phone call entailed between Miss Graham and Mr. Beal?
Yes. Graham placed a phone call to Beal to tell him that she had seen the incident occur, and he told her, "You didn't see shit. Tell that pussy to call me himself next time," and then hung up the phone.
Now, about what time did she say this incident took place?
She had stated to me that she had placed that phone call. She had checked her phone, and it was 9:18, and she said that it had happened approximately 3 minutes prior to that, so it would be about 9:15 in the morning.
Okay. And now are the two addresses 804 Merchants and 802 Traders both still in Greenwood County?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Did they ask for a trespass notice to be issued?
They did.
And was the trespass notice issued to Mr. Beal?
Yes, via telephone. He was verbally notified.
And did you interview Bill?
Yes, I did.
Where did he say he passed Mr. Everly at?
He had stated he had passed him on Main Street, which I confirmed with him was Merchants.
Okay, because there's not really a main street in Fall River.
Correct.
So Merchant Street's kind of referred to as Main Street.
It's the main drag.
And is it a north and south road?
Yes.
All right. And did he make any admissions to you?
How so?
Did he say that there was any animosity between him and Everly?
He did say that, yes.
Okay. And then he didn't want to make any other statements to you?
Correct.
Okay. And then did you follow up with Mr. Everly after you had spoken to Mr. Beal?
I did.
Okay. Your Honor, I will pass this witness.
Cross-examination, Mr. McClendon?
Deputy Alford, you stated you recognized Mr. Beal earlier. Where do you recognize him from?
We've had past run-ins with him, so I've also had to have his 27, which in our lingo would be his driver's license information. I had to have that for my report, so there is a picture that is on that's associated with it.
But you never saw him driving in Fall River that day, did you?
Physically, no.
Physically, is there any other way you could have known he was
I
driving other
guess,
than?
I guess no, there isn't.
video, I mean, she could, yeah, there is other ways that's silly. She could have watched a Ring camera or something, been given, you know, someone stating it. There's lots of other ways, Mr. McClendon.
When you said there was a light scuff on the mirror, what kind of, like, can you describe it for us?
It looked like a paint transfer from it being scraped on.
Okay. So what color was it?
It was white.
So it was a white paint, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Do you know what color vehicle Mr. Bill drives?
It was a white diesel.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Any redirect?
Deputy Alford, did you take photos of Mr. Beal's of Mr. Everly's mirror?
Yes, I did.
And were they true and accurate depictions of the date and time you took them?
Yes, they were.
Are there any modifications, changes, or corrections to the photos you provided to the state?
No.
Your Honor, we're going to move to admit State's Exhibit 1 and 2 as the two pictures of the mirror, with Exhibit 1 being image 0295 and the other photo being 0296.
Okay, the first one, you said the mirror in 295 is exhibit which? 1 or 2?
1.
Okay. And they're both photos of the mirror?
They are, Your Honor.
Okay.
Permission to share screen.
Any objection, counsel?
Oh, objection.
Please proceed.
And Judge, this is Exhibit 10295 with the white scuff. And picture 0296 is a further back view of the same.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm having difficulty discerning what is paint transfer and what is mudding. Talk about small town.
Being Mr. Everly's mirror. All right, I will stop share. All right. Your Honor, I believe that's all the questions that I have for Deputy Alfred.
Any recross, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Jill, do you mind if we pull that picture back up, the up close of the mirror?
I can. I can make it bigger if we need to.
Would you do that?
I can.
Okay. You ready, Your Honor?
Sure, go ahead.
Deputy Alford, is there mud on top of that scuff there?
And not on top of it, it's around it.
Okay. But would you agree with me? It looks like somebody wiped away something around that scuff mark.
It could be a possibility. But if something's going to scuff against something, it's going to wipe off whatever is originally there.
Would you agree with me, Deputy Alford, that that's about the approximate size of thumbprint?
I can't tell you honestly.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Please call your next witness and return the screen, which you just did. Thank you.
Your Honor, we'll be calling Jared Everly.
Very well. Mr. Everly, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the testimony you're about to give? So help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Please proceed.
Can you please state your name for the record?
Jared Everly.
And do you know Mr. Antonio Perez Beal?
I do. We used to be good friends a long time ago.
And at some point, did you start having issues with him?
Yeah, they're off and on. He's had attitudes and stuff. It's been ever since he overdosed and tried to commit suicide.
Okay. And have you had a run-in with him there in Fall River?
What are you referring to?
Well, let's just go to February 1st, the date of this incident. Let's just start there. Where were you headed when you saw Antonio coming towards you?
I was backed out of my driveway, and about 40 foot from there is a stop sign, and I was sitting at that stop sign, crossed the stop sign, looked up down the street further, and he was probably by the grocery store coming down the street as fast as he can be driving. I mean, it was probably about 40, 50 mile an hour. I left the stop sign, I was heading up the street, and we met. He swerved to hit me and clipped my mirror. I couldn't get over any further because there's a trash can and a vehicle parked parallel with the street.
Okay. And you've seen the photo of your mirror, and I'm sure you've seen your actual mirror. So when he clipped your mirror, did you get out and check your mirror?
I drove the rest of the way to the store, and when I got out, I looked at it, and I went, I'm not going to touch it because you don't do that stuff. And called Heath Samuels, and he goes, I will send a deputy down there.
Okay. And did you meet with Deputy Alford?
Yes, I did.
All right. And did you touch or mess with your mirror in any way after that?
No, ma'am. I went outside the other day, and I could still see the white paint on it.
Okay. Now, was your mirror broke on the other side already?
Yes, it was already broke on the other side.
Okay. But that area had not been damaged in any prior incident?
No.
Okay. And did you talk to, text, or communicate with Mr. Beal?
No.
All right. Did anyone else talk to Mr. Beal?
Yes.
All
Casey
right.
called him, and that's what he told her.
Okay. Did
Said,
your
"You didn't
friend?
say-" That's all.
Okay. Did your friend, Mr. Hebb, ever try to speak to Mr. Beal about this incident?
No.
Okay. And have you had any other contact with Mr. Beal since?
No. I don't want to. I don't plan to, and I really didn't want a ticket to this show that he's got going on here.
Okay. Did it scare you when he swerved at you?
Well, think of it this way. Have you ever smashed a pop can before? That's what vehicles are made out of nowadays. So if you take a vehicle that's running 40, 50 mile an hour down the road, and you hit a pop can, what's going to happen? Well, it's going to be right in your lap, ma'am.
Objection. Redneck responsive.
So then you were afraid that you could be injured or hurt?
Well, yeah. I mean, if he didn't swerve back into his lane, it could have been in my driver's seat.
And did he yell out the window or say anything to you when he was doing this?
Not that I recall, because I believe we both had our windows up.
Okay.
I had my on.
Did he make any gestures or hand movements when he was doing this?
I have no idea, because I turned my head the opposite direction to brace for impact.
Okay. And could you tell when he clipped the mirror? Could you feel it in your truck?
Yes, then I can hear it.
Okay.
Over 2 loud diesel pickups.
Okay. All right. Your Honor, I will pass this witness to the defense.
Mr. McClendon?
Mr. Everly, for starters, do you have a radar gun in your car?
A what?
Do you have a radar gun in your car?
No.
How do you know how fast Mr. Bill was going?
Well, I drive up and down this street every day, and I know what 20 mile an hour is, because if you ain't going the speed limit, Jim will pull you over, Jim Q-Day. So I go the speed limit. I watch what I'm doing. Don't horse ass around.
But you don't know for sure.
You know what? You know what?
I'm asking the questions here. I'm asking Mr. Everly. I'm asking the questions here. But you don't know for sure how fast he was going, do you?
Well, it was over the speed limit.
Yes or no? You don't know how fast he was going, do you?
No.
So, Mr. Everly, let's turn to your broken mirror now. How did that mirror get broke originally?
From a rock. Off the
rock.
big tires I have on the truck.
Okay. Rocks are white too in this area because we use limestone, right?
Yeah.
So we have limestone gravel roads. You'd agree with me, right?
But I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm not asking for your opinion, sir.
Let the witness answer the question.
How is a rock going to make a mark vertical up or horizontal instead of vertical coming off of a tire? It's not. It'll have to come clear across the other side of the truck to do a horizontal mark. This is a rock would be a vertical mark.
But you did have, just to clarify, you did have a rock break your mirror at one point, and you have big tires, and it's possible a rock could have caused this scuff. Just in the world of possibility, no for dire, just in the world of possibility, it is possible, correct?
No, it is not possible to leave a mark like that.
Do you frequent very many parking lots, Mr. Everly?
Do what?
Do you frequent very many parking lots with your truck?
Not very often.
As far as the washing his truck thing, I'm sure he didn't anticipate having to have his truck admitted as evidence. Who plans for that? I mean, if I knew someone was going to hit my mirror and scuff up my truck, I'd have taken it to the car wash ahead of time. But he doesn't really strike me as the kind of guy who gives a flip.
So, Mr. Everly, when you and allegedly Mr. Beal approached each other, you both had your windows up, correct?
I sure had mine up. It looked like he had his up. They're both tinted
Oh, so
a
they are
little bit.
tinted. Okay. So how did you know it was Mr. Beal driving? Go ahead. How do you know it was Mr. Beal driving?
Well, because I seen him through his windshield.
You paused it. You can positively ID him through his windshield.
Yes.
How did you see him through the windshield when you turned your head?
I see him in his windshield coming down the street.
How far away?
50 foot.
How far away was he when you turned your head away?
Probably about 5 foot.
How did you know it was Mr. Beal that day? Other than so you say you positively identified him. Do you remember what color shirt he was wearing?
Who remembers that shit?
Well, you remember a guy that made an attempt at your life, don't you?
Yes, because I grew up with him. Grew up around him. Used to ride the school bus together. I mean, how would you not be able to ID that person that you grew up with?
I'm just trying to make sure you know who it was for sure that was driving the vehicle, Mr. Everly. No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Ms. Gillette, any further questions of this witness?
Mr. Everly, was your mirror scuffed the day before this incident happened?
No.
Was this a new scuff to your mirror?
Yes, I heard the two vehicles hit. My mirror and his mirror.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Any recross based just on that limited direct?
No, the mirrors on Mr. Beal. What color the mirrors on Mr. Beal's truck are? It's okay if you don't know.
Oh, are you speaking to me?
You're the one on direct here, aren't you? You're the one we're questioning.
He has a white mirror. He has a white truck. The back of it is not black. It is white. The side that you would look into if you were sitting in a driver's seat would probably be chrome. Look like mirror.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Gillette, further witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor. Casey Graham Scherer, she's on with us.
Do you solemnly swear? Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Please proceed.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Casey Graham Shear.
And how do you know Mr. Everly?
He's my boyfriend.
And do you know Mr. Antonio Perez Beal?
Not personally, I just know him through Jared.
Have you seen him before February 1st?
Yes.
Do you live down in the Fall River area?
Yes.
And would you have been able to recognize him on February 1st? Now, where were you headed when you saw this incident occur?
I was headed back to work. I had just given a customer a ride home.
Okay.
I worked at the grocery store at the time.
All right. And were you meeting Jared at the grocery store?
Yes.
Now, it's a small town when your cashier is giving you a ride home after grocery shopping. That would never happen around here. I mean, that would be an Uber, a Lyft, or Abby Van's kind of ride.
So you're both headed that direction at the same time.
Yeah, he pulled out behind me.
Okay. Now, did you see Antonio Perez Beal heading towards Jared there on Merchant?
I did, and when Anthony passed me, he actually waved at me.
And is that when you noticed and recognized him?
Yes.
What happened next after he waved to you and you recognized him?
He continued going south. I continued going north. I noticed that Jared was not too far behind me, and for some reason they have beef with each other. So I pulled into my parking spot and I watched, and I seen Anthony swerve.
And did you see or hear Anthony's vehicle make connection to Jared's vehicle?
I did not hear or see. I seen that he made it pretty close to Jared's vehicle, but I was too far down to see.
Okay. And did he make any other gestures or movements that you could see?
No.
Can you describe how he swerved towards Jared?
Jared was in his lane. Jared didn't even move. And Anthony swerved over into his lane and then went back in his lane and took off.
Okay. And did he ever stop, apologize, slow down, or anything?
No.
Okay. What did Jared do after the incident happened?
He come to the store, and I contacted Sydney to make sure that Anthony did not have the kids with him, and I told Jared to file a police report because that had not been the first time.
And is that when you guys called Deputy Alford, or he
After
you first?
After he contacted Keith, he did. Jared did.
Now,
Heath is.
Who's Heath?
Heath Samuels, the sheriff of Green County.
And then did he send a deputy out to your location?
He did.
Now, was that scuff on Mr. Everly's mirror before this incident, to your knowledge?
No. To my knowledge, no.
All right. And just trying to think there's anything else I need to ask. I think that's all the questions I have at this time, Your Honor. I'll pass this witness to the defense.
Mr. McClendon, cross-examination.
How often do you inspect the mirrors on your
Could you get closer to the microphone, please, or speak louder?
Ma'am, how often do you inspect the mirrors on your boyfriend's truck?
I don't.
You don't. So you wouldn't know if it was there before or not, correct? The scuff,
I mean,
that is.
it looked pretty fresh.
But it could have happened the night before too, right?
No, sir. He would have had to travel down gravel the night before, and he hadn't.
But no further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Very well. Ms. Gillette, any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor, the state will rest.
Very well. Does the defense have any witnesses? I'm sorry, does the defense have any witnesses? I'm sorry, I didn't hear your answer on the record.
I'm pondering it, Your Honor. None at this time, Your Honor.
All right.
Oh, he knows better than to put his client on there.
Well, for purposes of preliminary hearing, I find the state has met its burden of producing evidence to make it appear that this felony crime of aggravated assault in count 1 has been committed, and to show probable cause that the defendant did commit the crime. Consequently, the defendant is bound over for arraignment. And Missy, when will that be?
September 19th at 9 o'clock with Judge Hart.
September 19th, 9 a.m. with Judge Hart, same as the other case. Mr. Perez Beal is ordered to be present at that time for both cases. And we will be in recess on that case, 24 CR 57. That brings us to 24 CR 96. Are we doing okay, or does anyone need a break?
Your Honor, can I be excused? I have my job to go to.
Was that Ms. Graham Shear?
Yes.
Yes, you're excused unless there's any other reason to keep her, counsel.
No, and Mr. Everly was only on the last case as well.
Thank you.
Unless, let me ask you this, were either of you in the store over the weekend while the defendant was? Nope. Okay, you may go. So do we need any recesses, Ms. Gillette, Mr. McClendon?
I'm okay unless one of the witnesses needs,
Any witness need a break?
Go, Your Honor.
All
Your
right.
Honor, can I be dismissed?
Yes, yes. Anyone who's already testified and is not here on any of the remaining cases, you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your
Thank
Honor, am
you.
I free to go?
Who was that? Mr.
Mr.
Beverly, yes, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We are now on the record in 24 CR 96, State of Kansas versus Antonio Manuel Perez. County Attorney Jill Gillette for the state. The defendant appears in person and by and through his attorney, William McClendon. We are here for a preliminary hearing on count 1, felony criminal damage to a cell phone in which another, Sidney Simon, has an interest without the consent of such person. Damage greater than $1,000 but less than $25,000. That seems to be the only felony count. There are some other charges in here that are all misdemeanors. Is the state ready to proceed on this preliminary hearing?
We are, Your Honor.
And is the defense, Mr. McClendon?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then the state may call its first witness.
Your Honor, we'll call Sergeant Cordell.
Sergeant Cordell, if you want to start your audio and video. There you are. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Mike Cordell.
How are you employed?
I'm the patrol sergeant or the patrol supervisor for the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office.
Are you also the K-9 handler?
Yes, I am.
All right. And how long have you been so employed?
Approximately 7 or 8 years. I believe 8 years.
And how many years of law enforcement do you have?
Just a little over 20 years of full-time law enforcement.
And were you dispatched on March 28th, 2024 to an incident regarding Antonio Perez Beal?
Yes.
Where were you dispatched to?
I was dispatched to the address of 417 Cliff Street in Fall River, which is in Greenwood County, Kansas.
And when you were dispatched to 417 Cliff Street, is that on the Greenwood County side or Elk County side?
It is in Greenwood County.
And who resides at 417 Cliff Street, Fall River?
That is Amy Vickery.
And were you when you arrived, who met you?
Sidney Simon.
Okay. And what was the complaint about that day?
Ms. Simon stated that Mr. Antonio Perez Beal, the father of her children, had picked up, I believe, 2 of the children off the bus and then had driven to the babysitter's house and had, in order to pick up the 3rd child, she stated that he wasn't supposed to be picking the kids up. She arrived at the babysitter's house approximately the same time as him. They met at the front door where she stated he pushed her out of the way and pushed his way into the house to pick up the child and had taken her phone and thrown it on the ground and broke it.
And did she show you the broken phone?
Yes, she did.
Did you photograph the phone?
I did.
And was that phone supposed to be her phone and not Mr. Beal's phone?
Correct. It was her phone.
And she identified it as belonging to her.
Yes.
Right. And at that time, were they split up and apart from each other?
Yes.
And besides breaking her phone, what else did he do at that? What was the thing he did after he had broke her phone?
She stated that she had gone to the truck to try to get the other kids out of the truck. But he went, put the third child in the truck, and then drove away at a high rate of speed.
Another instance of his behavior in front of his children.
Okay. And did you interview anyone else at the location?
Yes, I did. I spoke with Miss Vickery as well as another witness, Shelby. I kind of look in my narrative and see if I can find that name. I don't remember it off the top of my head.
That would help refresh your recollection, please do.
Shelby Stover was the other witness that was there on scene.
Okay. And does she confirm what happened?
Yes, both of the witnesses confirmed the account that was given by Miss Simon.
All right. Did she give you a value of the phone?
She did not provide me with a value. I did research the value of the phone. It was an iPhone 14 Pro Max, and the value varies between approximately $1,300 and $1,500, depending on the storage capacity of the device.
And how did you obtain the value in your research?
I looked up the retail value of that particular model of phone from the manufacturer.
Okay. And after that, did he enter the residence to get the third child and leave after he pushed her off the porch?
Yes, he pushed her out of the way. I don't know that it was off the porch, but the account that I was given was that he pushed her out of the way at the doorway and forced her way into the residence to retrieve the child.
Okay. And I think the rest of it has to do with the misdemeanors.
Yes.
So I will pass this witness to the defense, to your honor.
All right, Mr. McClendon.
I have no questions at this time, Your Honor.
All right, your next witness, Mr. Lowe.
And we'll call Sydney Simon.
Okay. Please raise your right hand. Ms. Simon, do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please proceed.
Can you please state your name for the record?
Sydney Simon.
And Ms. Simon, did Mr. Perez Beal knock your phone out of your hand?
He grabbed it out of my hand. I had it in my hand because I had just got off of a phone call, and he grabbed it out of my hand and threw it on the ground.
And did you did your phone get broken when it was dropped to the porch?
Yeah, it was shattered.
And did you give Mr. Perez Beal permission that day to break your phone?
No.
Your Honor, I will pass this witness.
Questions, Mr. McClendon?
Oh, you're having a fit? Here, have my $1,200 iPhone, and please go ahead and break it. Who gives permission for someone to destroy their phone or any of their property for that matter? I mean, I get she has to ask, but this is sometimes the asks are just so downright dumb.
Simon, did your phone have any damage beforehand?
No.
Ms. Simon, do you have any idea what the value of the phone might be?
I'm not sure. I didn't even look. I mean, I know it was. Go ahead.
When Mr. Bill gave it to you, did he say there was any amount that he was paying for it or anything like that?
No, he didn't give it to me. I take that back. We went and got on the Verizon plan together at that time when I first got this phone. And so you pay monthly on your phone, on your bill.
Who's the main person who pays for that phone?
Me. I'm on my own phone. We're on separate phone plans. We have been for a while now, a long time.
But were you at the time? Were you on the same phone plan at the time?
No.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Any other witnesses, Ms. Gillette?
Your Honor, we'll call Ms. Vickery.
Very well. Ms. Vickery, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, please proceed.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Amy Vickery.
And how do you know Mr. Perez-Beal?
I babysat for him for a little bit.
Are you the current babysitter anymore?
Complicated question, but generally, yes.
Okay. And on the date in question, was Mr. Perez-Beal supposed to be at your house?
No, he was not allowed at my house.
And when he arrived, what was his behavior?
Well, when he arrived, he immediately got out of his truck. Slammed on his brakes and ran out of his truck. And they were both racing to my front door while I was standing right here.
And what did he do when he got to the house?
Well, Sydney had gotten to the door first. And he followed directly behind her. And he was very clearly upset, distraught. And both of their hands were on the door handle, and they were kind of trying to shove each other out the way. And he grabs her phone out of her hand and slams it to the ground and busts in my door.
Okay. And was she upset by him? What was her reaction to him breaking her phone?
I think she was more focused about the kids. I don't think she, at the time, was concerned about her phone.
Okay. Then later on, did she get her phone?
She picked it up off the ground, yeah.
Okay. And what was the condition the phone was in at that time?
It was completely unusable. It was shattered front and back, and you couldn't see anything. She had to use my phone after that.
And did you let her use your phone then?
Yes, ma'am.
At any time did he ask her if he could break her phone?
No, ma'am.
All right. Your Honor, I will pass this witness.
Questions, Mr. McClendon?
No, Your Honor, no questions for me at this time.
Thank you. Further witnesses, Ms. Gillette?
No, Your Honor, the state will rest.
Okay. Any evidence from the defense?
No, at this time, Your Honor, no.
Well, the court does find that the defendant has met its burden of producing evidence to make it appear that a felony crime has been committed and to show probable cause that this defendant committed that crime of criminal damage to property. The defendant is bound over for arraignment, and that will be again before Judge Hart, September 19 at 9 a.m. Now, we also have today 24 CR 56, State of Kansas versus Perez-Beal. It is not a felony. It is 4 counts of violation of a protection order, each of them being a Class A person misdemeanor. It was set today for status conference, basically following along with the felonies. We can see if Judge Hart wants to take that up with the felonies on that date of September 19th at 9 a.m., although we don't have to do that. I'm of a mind where I would consider moving this along, but I don't know if the parties would be ready for plea or trial before that September date. So do folks want to just leave it with these?
Your Honor, I think for the sake of the agreements, I'd like to leave them together.
Okay, I didn't realize there is a plea agreement.
Oh, not at this time. I'll have to reconvene with
Okay.
Mr. Gillette.
All right, well, that concludes the cases, but does anyone have any other issues they want to address?
Your Honor, we would move to revoke the defendant's bond and place him back in custody.
And would you state your reasons for that, Ms. Gillette?
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant's been having ongoing contact with Miss Sydney Simon against the orders of protection. There's been numerous calls from the grandparents in this matter regarding welfare checks on the children. Last night, Ms. Simon and the children were located by Under Sheriff Franks of Elk County. I've been in contact with Under Sheriff Franks because he works the night shift and he's available to log in this afternoon. Also, Deputy Young was accompanied them. It was actually her call, but Under Sheriff Franks went with her with backup due to these kind of cases, plus the 2 in Elk County that we have that involve violent behavior. They located Miss Simon and the children in Mr. Perez Beal's home last night. She tried to claim that she didn't know that they weren't allowed to be there, but Mr. Beal, Perez Beal, knows that he is not to be with the children for your orders. And
Not supposed to be with her either, per my orders, per the bonds.
Per the bonds, not to be with her or the children. They have all been living together at his home. There's been several times that they've been out there trying to find them and they've been gone together. She has also texted her father on June 7th when he asked her what she was doing and where she was going. She admitted that the kids were with Anthony on June 7th. Your orders were put in place in May. And he has continued to have contact with the children and Sydney against your court orders. I believe they may have tried to have a marriage ceremony as well during this time frame, and that she is trying to have contact with him.
Tell me about the marriage ceremony. What's that about?
Deputy Coudet's here, and he has been investigating the possible violation of a contact order, of the no contact order. He was here just a moment ago. He was logged in on the screen and he's still logged in, but many deputies have been working on this issue because they're continuing to have contact, and the court had ordered not to, especially for the protection of the children, based on the behavior of this defendant. So we would ask to have his bond revoked. Deputy Coudet, I don't know where he's at over at the sheriff's office. He's logged in, but he's away from his chair, had been investigating all the witnesses down in the store where they said that they were got married or had a ceremony or something to get married, and that he made that announcement in the Fall River grocery store. So there's Deputy Coudet.
Deputy Coudet, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I can't hear you, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Well, if you're married, your spouse cannot be forced to testify against you. Let's see how this plays out.
Your deputy.
I do.
Your Deputy Coudet with the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office for the record.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know anything about these two?
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me? Do you know anything about?
I can hear you. Let me see if I can turn up.
You're fine. I can hear you fine. It's just a question whether you can hear me.
Okay. All right.
Do
Okay.
you have information about Sidney Simon and the defendant Antonio Manuel Perez Bill, some kind of marriage ceremony?
So I was told that apparently Mr. Bill and Sydney and the children were in Fall River grocery store last week, and Mr. Bill had made the comment to several people there that they had gotten married. I personally did not hear that from either one of those parties or have anybody writing direct statements. They were just telling me that. So I made the county attorney's office aware of that
All right,
so
thank
they
you.
could check if they needed to.
Okay. Miss Simon, you're still under oath. Did you marry the defendant?
No, ma'am, I don't know anything about that. We
You
did
don't know
not.
anything about being in the store with him and the children last week?
I have not been in the store with him and the children, and we did not get married.
And you
I
didn't
don't know.
tell him? You didn't tell anyone you did?
No. We have been common law married, but no, we did not have a marriage ceremony. We did not get married. And I never told anybody that.
When was the last time you saw him?
Anthony,
Anthony, the defendant.
this morning,
Where'd you see him this morning?
over by Severy. I had the kids with me so he could go to court.
Are you aware that there are multiple no contact orders against him?
Nobody ever informed me of a no contact order with the kids. Mine was dropped. I know the bond is still in place.
No,
but
the bond was not dropped.
I
You
didn't
signed
know.
bonds in all 4 cases.
That's why I said the bond is still in place.
Okay.
As far as the children, nobody called me, nobody sent me anything in the mail, nobody came to me in person and informed me that there was no contact between him and the children.
Were you present at his hearing? I believe it was
I was not part of that hearing. They didn't-
February 29, 24. Weren't you here when he accused you of coming by the house?
But
that wasn't said in court. Okay, that was a phone call that he made to my assistant, and she directed him back to the attorneys. It looks like.
I know his last court date I was not a part of. I wasn't a
Okay.
witness. I didn't.
All right, so the basis,
If I may share screen, the grandparents that were here earlier had received this text message from Sydney.
Can you blow that up?
I can. It's from June 7th, and they sent it to us as to where she was at the time on June 7th and where the kids, and she had replied with Anthony. He knew he was not to have the kids or be around the kids. So she has also let him babysit them, and he was not supposed to be babysitting them. He knew he was not to have them.
Okay, you don't babysit your own children. I get what you mean, Jill, but that is that just phrasing it that way annoys me. You don't babysit your own children.
Should have refused or not taken the children, knowing there was no contact order with the children.
Your Honor, I'd like to question the authenticity of the screenshot we had up there. I mean, given obviously the ordeals between the Simons and Mr. Beal, I wouldn't put it past them to falsify that.
We met the Simons. I doubt they'd know how to falsify that, okay?
There's nothing showing that either. There's not even a timestamp on it, or a date stamp, that is, and there's nothing showing that that number came from Sydney Simon.
Ms. Gillette, do you have anyone who has reported firsthand knowledge to you that they violated bonds?
Yes, Under Sheriff Franks and Deputy Young. of the Elk County Sheriff's Office.
That's okay.
Hold on.
They were at the house last night and Sydney was there with the kids and she told them the same thing she said today. I didn't know that we weren't supposed to be together. She knows she isn't supposed to be with him. And he knows he's not supposed to be with her. And he knows he's not supposed to be with those kids. And he had just left to go get the vehicle that one of them wrecked in Elk County by hitting a deer.
And then she had the kids over there, she said this morning,
Yes, with him.
with him and the kids.
Your Honor, if I may, it's a familial household. Mr. Bill is not there with the kids. It is where the kids live though.
What do you mean it's a familiar household?
It's their house.
Who
It's
lives
their
there?
house.
Who lives there?
You live there? In Turkey Road? At the Turkey Road residence, Mr. Bill lives there.
Okay, Turkey Road in Elk County?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe the proper
Elk
address.
County, and Mr. Bill lives there by himself. And where do you live, Miss Simon?
I live in Fall River.
By
And-
yourself?
Yes. Well, me and yes, the kids, my dog.
But you were over at his house last night and then again this morning,
I was with the children, yes.
and he was there?
He was not there last night.
So if the officers in Elk County said he was, they were mistaken?
No, I told him that he wasn't there when they were there. They knew he wasn't there. It was just me and the kids.
Well, how did you end up in his house and he wasn't there?
I mean, it's my house too.
You didn't
My name?
answer my question.
I drove there.
Did you drive over there expecting to see him?
No, I drove over there to be with the kids. And I still have animals over there that I
Why-
help take care of.
So the kids were over there taking care of themselves? How old are they?
They were with me. We went to
No,
the house.
you just said you drove over there to see the kids, so they would have been with him. Or taking care of themselves. How old are they?
But they will be 3, 5, and 6 just this next month.
Okay, so 3, 5, and 6, you drove over from Fall River to Turkey Road in Elk County to see your kids, 6, 5, and 3, and he wasn't there?
My kids were with me. I apologize. Me and the kids went there, and he was off going to try to repair a vehicle.
Right, so you didn't go over there. How do you know he was repairing a vehicle?
His grandpa?
Does he live with his grandpa?
No, his grandpa was helping him, I believe, or was going to give him a ride or something along those lines.
Why do you believe that? Or how do you come to know that?
Because his grandpa told me. His grandpa helps watch the kids
Well, where did you
occasionally.
see his grandpa last night?
I talked to him on the phone.
Before you went to Elk County?
Yeah, and I see him around too.
Okay.
He lives in Fall River as well.
Let's try this again. If you weren't driving over there to see your kids, why'd you go over there to his house?
Because I have the children have things over there. I have things over there. I have animals there.
Okay. Well, Miss Gillette, you made a motion to revoke his bond, and we definitely need to have an evidentiary hearing on this. The question is whether to take him into custody and have the hearing or to leave him on bond and have the hearing. Is there a recommendation on that issue, Miss Gillette?
Judge, my preference is to have him taken into custody. He can't follow the rules. Most of these other cases have happened while he's been on bond. He continues to violate the no contact orders. They're trying to reconcile and having contact to try to reconcile. They know there's a no contact order out there. It's one of the reasons I've been careful with questioning Miss Simon today because I know that she's back with him and admitting to her parents when she's giving the kids to him. I think that's grandma back on the screen there. But they know that they're continuing to have contact and those kids are over there constantly. And he knows he's not to be having contact with those children.
Miss Simon, can you hear me? Can you unmute?
Last year, you know.
I'm not muted.
No, I mean your mother.
Oh, sorry.
Isn't your name Simon as well? Am I remembering it correctly from earlier? Can you unmute so I can hear you? You need to click on that little red microphone with the line through it. You should see a little red microphone with the line through it. And your husband is welcome to come back in if he wants. If you can't see that little red button, run your hand, your finger, or your mouse at the bottom of your screen. Sometimes it's at the side of your screen. Is there anyone there that can help you do that? You should see a little red microphone at the bottom of your screen and you just click on that.
Okay.
You got it. Okay. So Ms. Simon, you're still under oath. Do you have any firsthand knowledge that the defendant and Sydney are seeing each other in spite of the bonds?
I really should have put a counter up for how many times the judge had to tell her to look for the little red microphone in the bottom of her screen. Oh, there was delays in between each one of those that of the hour that I cut out of this hearing, there was probably a good 10, 15 minutes of it. No, just kidding. Not quite that long, but holy cows.
Yes.
And let me remind you, this is the person that Mr. McClendon is trying to claim falsified that text message document.
When was the last time you know that they were together?
It was just recently.
Well, can you be more specific?
Last night.
What do you know firsthand about them being together last night?
Honor again, she has somebody feeding her answers.
Yeah, no one give her answers. I just want to hear from you your firsthand knowledge.
Because she's not communicating with us.
Then how do you know she was with him last night?
We put in and put in an we were no, I'm sorry, I can't.
Take your time. Just take your time. Take a deep breath. Take your time. Are you trying to say you had some kind of concerned citizen report?
Yes.
And who was that report concerning?
Sydney and the kids.
Okay, and why did you have that concern?
Because we haven't seen her. She's not the person that she usually is.
Okay, but stop a minute. Is your husband still there?
No, he had to go.
Okay. All right. So you have concerns, but do you have any firsthand? That means you saw them together, or they've told you they were together, anything like that?
The only time that I really saw them all together is the day that he left. He took her in the truck and left.
All right. Now, do you know how long ago that was or when that was?
I don't know how long it was. It was recent.
Was it since the last time that we were in court with him, or do you know?
I can't be sure.
All right. Was it sometime after May 24th?
Yes, probably.
But you can't say for sure.
Not sure.
Was it after February of 2024?
No,
It wasn't after that. It was been before February.
yes.
Do you know anything about them getting married recently?
Yeah, what I understand is they got married and then they destroyed the paperwork.
What?
Okay. And where did you hear that?
She was going into, I'm sorry, I can't.
You can't what? You don't want to tell me? You don't want to?
No, I'm struggling.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Sure. Sure. Go ahead.
Not trying to be rude or anything. My mom has been diagnosed with dementia and Alzheimer's, so that is why she is struggling to
Okay.
answer questions and get things out.
Then it is not fair to have her on the witness stand. If she has Alzheimer's and dementia, this is torture for her, for one thing. For two, how can you guarantee she's providing accurate testimony? This is a fumble on Jill's part, in my opinion.
Thank you. Miss Vickery, do you know anything about them getting married?
Your Honor, no, I don't know anything about them getting married, but I know that the kids have been over there with him.
And do you know that firsthand?
I was told personally.
By whom? Who?
Sydney.
Sydney? And when was that?
This was a few weeks ago. She came to pick up one of the kids' backpacks.
And what did she tell you?
She told me that they had all been over there and that she didn't know if the kids were going to come back to me anymore because of Mr. Beal.
Did she give you any indication that she was the one taking the children back and forth to him?
No.
Okay. All right, Miss Simon, under oath, you're swearing that you did not marry him or go through any ceremonies at all?
I absolutely did not.
Well, I'm not going to order that he be put in custody at this time, but I am going to set this for hearing if on a motion to revoke bond, if you wish to pursue that, Miss Gillette. And I will set this on Tuesday. Missy, what time do we have that other one?
At 10.
Do we have time to do this one at 10 or 10:30?
Yeah, if you don't think the other one's gonna take that long, we can just set them both at 10 o'clock.
We'll just set them both at 10 o'clock, Miss Gillette. And maybe you can get, if there were witnesses at the store, maybe you can get those. I want to get to the bottom of this. If this is all just stuff being said against Mr. Beal that isn't true, then I need to know that. And then again, if he is out there violating his bond right and left, apparently the rumor mill says he is, then we need to see if it's true, we need to stop it. But if it's just rumors, then so be it. And Ms. Gillette, do you have a written motion on file in this case?
I have not filed one yet, but I will give you one.
And counsel and Mr. Beal, I'm going to order that you reappear in person again at the courthouse Tuesday, 10 a.m. And that is what day of the week, Missy? Is that the second? Second, isn't it? July 2nd?
Yes.
All right, so July 2nd, gentlemen. We'll see if there's any witnesses that know anything firsthand about this. Deputy Coudet, are you there? He must be on a mission somewhere.
Yep, he was over in the courthouse over here.
All right, well, I'll leave it to you to present your case however you want. And there he is, Deputy Coudet. July 2nd, Tuesday, 10 a.m. If you have any firsthand knowledge or any witnesses, you need to get them to Miss Gillette.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if anyone sees him violating his bond this weekend, I think he can go into custody. And we'll sort it all out on Tuesday. But Miss Simon, you know you're not to be having contact with him. He knows he's not supposed to be having contact with the kids. We've talked about that. He got very upset about it. I believe it was Miss Shirley here telling him, explaining some things to him about that. But he needs to just go back and look at his records, his bonds that he signed. That'll tell him a lot. Anything else from anyone before we adjourn?
Nothing further from the state.
All right. That's the orders of the court, and we are in recess at this time. Thank you all for your time.
Yeah. I don't know if I have the July 2nd hearing or not. Let me take a quick peek. Ooh. I think it's going to be AVUD, but I know I don't have the 9/19 hearing, but Squishy basically said that it was adjourned and didn't matter. So, search 2024. So this is just going to take a minute while this runs. Chris, you're going to catch up. Well, remember, not only do I have that full FTC, which I ran yesterday. Was it yesterday, guys? Help Chris out. I can't click on your comments right now because it's working on it, finding to see what files I have dated July 2nd. But I believe it was last night. The thumbnail has them on it, so you should be able to see that. Is this really what it's like to live in a small town? Asks She's a Maker. Yeah. Yeah, kinda. A small country town. We're just gonna say country. FTC is follow the case or following the case. So whenever I run multiple hearings together, I call it an FTC. Or when I put a playlist together of someone, FTC, because we're following it. The cases that I ran last night were from, I didn't have his arraignment. I looked, or first appearance, whatever. I tried, but I did have the next appearance. And I ran all of the hearings that I had up until this one that I didn't have. But Squishy, he had it. So he filled us in. And it was great timing because this hearing, Squishy didn't run. That's why tonight I said it's the unseen hearing, because he didn't put this one out there, being that it was over 2 hours. The original's nearly 3 hours. So, guys, it's not finding it. It's still spinning. I mean, I've got 4 externals. 2 of them are 8 terabytes. I got a 1 terabyte. I got a lot of terabytes. So it's going through them, but usually by this point, I'd have something. So I think I think the next hearing got avid as well. I'm sorry. Yeah, yes, I make up my own acronyms. In a small town, you cut a fart and the town is talking about it before you smell it. That's Joey Bag of Donuts. Yeah. Yeah. I do not need a playlist of Jerry. Jerry is on every video because Jerry is one of my biggest supporters. So if I made a playlist of Jerry, it would be every video. And somewhere there's a trailer. Time to cook, Jesse. Caught buying way too much cold medicine. All right, guys, I don't have it. I don't have it. I'm sorry. I tried. I really did. I tried. I love laughing like that. Hey, laughing burns calories. No, I kind of like my privacy a bit. From the girl who puts everything out there. No, I don't put everything out there. I keep a few secrets. Sort of. I share them with a few people, but... Oh, guys. Okay. I'm gonna go to bed. Oh. Just warning you all now. The likelihood of me being on tomorrow is close to minimal. Very close to minimal. Tomorrow is a very special girl's birthday. And I really think I should be there. Considering I was there for her very first birthday. I was there for the birthday before her first birthday. Oh, yeah, Billy. Get your treats. Get your treats. Is that a... Whoa, hold up. That's like a 4-in-1 Billy just found. Of course he would pick that one out. Here, you can have it back. It's all covered in cat slobber. You want it? Should I hold it like this for you? Or did you decide it's too much? You can do it. You're a good boy. Here, I'll break it up for you. There. 2 smaller pieces better? Just eat it. Just take it. Just take it. You can do it. You're not gonna lick it. How many licks to the center of a kitty treat? You just need to bite it. 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay. Here. Get a couple out and I'll mix those in. You'll never know. And you'll try it again. Here, I'll break them one more time. There. Hey. Oh yeah. I gotta go finish putting a toilet seat on. And I need to get my garbage to the road. Dang it. Yeah, Dixie, I know, but I typically don't, like, for other people. Like, I'll wish him happy birthday and I'll make him a card or something, but, like, that's That's as celebratory as I usually get. Oh, I love you guys. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.